How are my levels? Sweet. Okay. So today is my first day um, home after resigning from my full-time job. Um, a lot of things led to the decision of me resigning from the job. My treatment on the job, how I felt about the job, the stress of the job. But more importantly, which I have to keep reminding myself, um, is I was guided to resign from my job. I received several messages from Spirit. I was in communication with my higher self, also in communication with my partner, and they all were saying the same thing. Or I should say, they were all nudging me to make the decision. So I've been, planning my exit from my job, and now it's actually here. And, this being the first day, there are a number of things that have hit me in the face, or just, yeah, I'll say hit me in the face, or have just been like, that popped into my mind, like, okay, insurance, health insurance, um, just things that are related to finances. Let me just say that way I won't go through the gamut of things. Um, and so each time those things come to mind, they have come to mind today. I have either heard my higher self or my partner say, you don't need to worry about anything. Right before I press record, I heard, worrying about it doesn't help. Excuse me, worrying about it won't solve the situation, and it also doesn't help. There's nothing that worrying really does that has any benefit. So, as I go through these next few days, I feel as though, these things will come up. There are very few people that actually, there's only one person. There's only one person that knows that I've resigned from my job, meaning there's only one person that's in my circle that knows that I've resigned from my job. My family is unaware of that. Um, and so, navigating that without telling them is something that I'm also working through. And in the midst of that, my home is also sort of in a bit of chaos right now because I am purging a lot of things. I'm trying to purge a lot of things. And so I've gone in each room and just, sort of pulled things out. So every room except one, I have, well, two, my bedroom, although it needs a purge itself, but it's still manageable. My back, or one of my bedrooms, is that was the first room that I cleaned out. That is the room that I primarily do all my spiritual work in, meditation, or that's the vibe that I've created in that room. That's what I wanted that room to be for. And so now I'm moving on to the next room. I was about to say the next two rooms. I can't really move on to two rooms. I can only do one room at a time. and But I'm saying the next two rooms because both rooms have a lot of things in them that needs to be cleared out. And so even when I'm in the room, I'm like, okay, I need to hurry up and do this. I need to get this stuff moving. Um, And I said that actually to myself. I mean, I literally just said that a few minutes ago because I was thinking now that I'm home, or technically I'm not at work, um, I don't know that I can actually sit in this space with all of this clutter and things just out of place and disarray. So it's making me more anxious to get it done. But I heard as I was heating up my lunch, um, relax. Like, you do not have to do it today. You don't have to do anything today. You can just relax. You don't have to listen to anyone. You don't have to do any work. You don't have to do any cleaning. You don't have to do any of that. Just relax and allow yourself to write out what your goals are. Allow yourself to write out what you want to do in your home, what you want to do generating income. So I've decided that I'm going to do that. I'm not going to push myself or force myself. Although I am accustomed to, if you work, you're like, okay, I have to get up, I have to be productive. Most jobs want you to be productive for the time that you are on the clock. And so now that I'm no longer on someone else's clock, I still have that habit or drive, I guess, to be productive, to be doing things. But I'm going to allow myself to not do that, and to begin to create my time clock. I have worked for myself before, and that was one of the things, of course, that I thoroughly enjoyed, is that working for yourself, you are in control of your own time. You get to set your own hours. You get to say when you're going to do this or do that. And that I enjoyed. It was also challenging because it was the first time that I was in control of that. And it was a struggle trying to find the right rhythm for me. And so now that I am back in this position where I'm responsible for my own time, i.e., responsible for how I earn income and or generate income, then I want to be able to look at a day and say, what do I really want to do? What's really going to fulfill me? What's really going to fill me up? What's really going to speak to me? What's really going to speak to my soul? Before I made the decision to resign, I'd said to myself that I there were certain things that I absolutely wanted. I wanted to be active. I wanted to make sure that I kept my body active. I wanted to I wanted to make time to be out in nature. And I wanted to be able to also move around. I wanted to be able to go to different um, places and work, because I know for myself, when I put myself in a different environment, then something I feel different. There's something different that may come out of me, and different type of work, etc. So those were the things that I wanted. So today, what I am going to do, or the next couple of days, because again, today is just the first day post resign, and I'm not in a rush per se, but I definitely want to begin moving toward what this new life for me is going to look like, and how and what. Less of what am I going to do to earn income, and more of how am I going to do this thing in order to generate the income that I desire. So this is just really me talking it out to myself. If I ever release this, maybe listening to these words, and hopefully, if you are on this journey these words will help you and or inspire you in some way. But I'm just going to take my time. You know, I don't I don't have anyone to explain myself to. So I want to, as I have been saying to myself, I want to really completely lean into trusting in the divine plan for my life. This decision was not made lightly, even though it may appear like that to some. And some may think that the way that I'm going about it is completely ludicrous and does not make any sense. But the way that my life has been going, and when I have taken steps based on guidance that I have gotten from the divine, my life has improved. I have felt better. And the improvement in my life may not be something that someone on the outside can see. It's something that I'm able to discern and I'm able to experience myself. And so this is something that I took action on. And so now that I have taken the action, I'm going to sit and allow myself to be still enough to now get the next direction on what I should do and how to govern myself from this point. So this was my own guidance. So if you are listening to this and you've made it to this point in the video, you are extremely unique, because I do absolutely nothing to market and or promote this content other than be myself and tell my true stories. So count yourself as a cool ass person because you found your way and or were guided to my spot, and I'm truly thankful because I'm simply following the guidance, and what is happening in my life, and quite honestly what's happening here, is a result of that. So you are greatly appreciated. And so with that, I hope to talk to you next time. Peace.